This Roblox game might be scamming its users. Denis is still in jail. A bunch of more Roblox YouTuber drama. Did every single old Roblox account just get hacked? And just so much more Roblox news in today's video. After I thank my subscribers, because if you're subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not, I don't care. Anyway, let's get to the freaking news, okay? Because there's actually quite a bit today, which is very surprising. I don't know. There's just quite a bit. With the first one being some updates to the Denis situation, guys. So as you know, in my last video, Denis got arrested. Everybody talked about it. It's a big global news thing. And when I say global, I'm not kidding, guys. Because apparently Denis being arrested was caught up globally. Like, there was news stories about this, which is kind of crazy. I'll put a screenshot right here. Basically, news stories were picking up on Denis being arrested and talking about it as if it was real. Guys, he's not actually in jail. I'm lying. I'm just joking. It's a big joke on Twitter. But also, Denis hasn't said that he hasn't been arrested, so I mean, you never know. Maybe he is. He did tweet on Twitter saying that he might actually, or that he probably is gonna respond to the arresting allegations. He just hasn't yet, which obviously videos take time. So Denis hasn't responded, but the news has. Because yeah, as you can see, there's news outlets that are talking about Denis, which is kind of funny, kind of crazy, kind of silly, and kind of awesome. And now let's move on to the next story, which happens to be an update to the VitaminDelicious and LankyBox situation. So if you guys don't know, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before, I talked about how VitaminDelicious was actually mad at LankyBox for stealing a thumbnail, okay? Basically, if you search up VitaminDelicious color or die or whatever, I don't know what this game is. I've never played it in my life, but okay. And you can see this thumbnail right here, the second one, I think. You look at that one, and then you search up LankyBox color or die. You can see the top one, they look relatively similar. And basically, what VitaminDelicious is saying is that he kind of wants to sue LankyBox, I guess. Yeah, I have no clue what's going through his head, but yeah. And basically, over the past little while, Vitamin has just been tweeting out stuff about how he's gonna sue LankyBox. Or not sue them, but strike them. I guess is relatively the same thing, because I mean, striking someone on YouTube is a legal process. But yeah, as you can see, if you just scroll through his tweets, you can see he just constantly is talking about this. And yeah, TLDR, as you can see with this tweet right here, strike submitted. I know a lot of you don't take thumbnail stealing seriously, but I do. I have a long track record of calling out thieves. You can disagree, and that's fine, but profiting off artists' hard work isn't okay in my opinion. He showed that he striked or he sent a request for a removal, and if I think if that's like declined or whatnot, it might strike LankyBox. I have no clue. So TLDR, he gave LankyBox 24 hours to actually change the thumbnail, and it's been I think 2 to 3 days since this tweet, and nothing has happened. The thumbnail has not changed. I think the only thing that's changed is that Vitamin himself has flipped his thumbnail. He flipped the sides, which is kind of interesting. And it's basically kind of interesting because apparently people are saying that Vitamin also kind of stole a little bit, because these videos were uploaded before his, which is Roblox color or die, and it's just similar thumbnails. Vitamin also said that he has the same designer as some people, so I don't know. There's just so much drama here that I just think is so weird. Like, I don't know. I think he's overreacting, guys. If LankyBox stole my thumbnail, I would obviously be like, I would joke around about it and I would make fun of it, but I don't think I would care too much in the end, because I don't think I share many fans with LankyBox. If I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's a very small portion of my audience that actually watches LankyBox. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So I don't think I'd be losing much by LankyBox stealing my thumbnail. But anyways, let's move on to the next story, which happens to be another thumbnail incident, which is Ruben Sim, guys. So apparently, I have to blur Ruben Sim's thumbnail, guys, because it's inappropriate. And honestly, it might get me demonetized because it got someone else demonetized. But TLDR, Ruben Sim actually took Laughability's thumbnail. Now I think this was with permission, okay? But I've seen a lot of people being like, hey bro, this guy stole a thumbnail, bro. As you can see, this is Laugh's thumbnail, which I also think I have to blur because his video also got demonetized. But yes, as you can see, the colors of the thumbnail are the same as Ruben Sim's. And yeah, basically, Ruben Sim just took Laugh's thumbnail, kind of. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And I think the funniest part is that he didn't even like get the thumbnail. He didn't even get like the full res thumbnail. He kind of just like took a screenshot of it on the website, it looks like, because it has like the rounded corners in it, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, that's the Ruben Sim and Laugh drama, because they totally have drama right now. They definitely have drama. I'm not just lying. With all that in mind, let's look at this next one, which is a please donate type game, which actually might be doing illegal things. By illegal, I mean against TOS illegal. Basically, they're raffling off UGC items, which basically means that you have to pay a certain amount of money to get a chance to actually get a free UGC item, which is not allowed on Roblox, I don't think. A lot of people are saying that, oh, it doesn't break the rules because it costs in-game currency, which is 10 gold. But the game itself, the way you get this gold is by donating to other players. So, I mean, it does cost Robux to get this gold, I'm pretty sure. And also, I just think this is kind of weird. Like, this is kind of scummy-ish. Granted, I mean, it's a donation game. So, I mean, you're not just paying the developers directly for this money, giving it to other people in which the devs get like a small cut, etc. So it's not like insanely scummy, but it is just kind of like a bit weird, to say the least. As you can see, this tweet says, "New Roblox game, please pay me," uses an illegal marketing tactic by claiming you can win a free limited by entering a pay-to-win raffle for a chance to be able to purchase it. It isn't guaranteed that you get the item if you donate Robux. And yeah, there's a lot of comments saying that raffles are illegal if you can only get into the raffle by paying, which I think is even true in real life. You can't have an in real life raffle without having a free way to actually be in it. And I guess technically you can maybe get in this raffle free, because I think you get gold for being donated to, but it's just weird, guys. I don't know. I saw this drama on Twitter. It had a lot of likes, and I thought it was kind of interesting to mention. And yeah, that's just kind of interesting. And now let's move on to the next story, which happens to be a very interesting little glitch on the Roblox website. So over the past little while, we've been noticing something very interesting. A lot of Roblox affiliated accounts have been changing to be more modern. So they turn into R15, they have like animated faces, and they might get a little bit of new drip, such as Builderman. He actually changed a little bit just a little bit ago. And as of recently, apparently every single old Roblox account from over like 9 years ago that hasn't been online, actually up to a year ago, if you have a Roblox account that hasn't been online in a year, your account might have actually changed into like a zombie, guys. As you can see by this tweet, the new Roblox glitch leaves random Roblox users with R15 and the Stevie standard face on random inactive accounts. Here's the effects on multiple million milestone users before and after. So all these people have 1 million visits, I think. As you can see, they all randomly just changed. Like, they all randomly got like this animated face and they turned into R15 characters, which maybe this means that Roblox is trying to like phase out R6 and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what's been going on. And one of the major dramas about this is that the major accounts that was actually affected by this was Eric Castle, or Cassell. But Eric Castle was someone who like worked at Roblox way early in its lifespan, okay? He was one of the most important people to work at Roblox. And sadly, he passed away from cancer in 2013, okay, in which his Roblox account has still existed. It's just been there, and it's been a cool thing to just have on the website. It's very nice to remember what he did and who he was. But for some reason, Eric's actual account actually changed as of yesterday or today, I don't know, in which it actually has now this new face and the new R15 and stuff like that. You get the point, right? And basically people are just mad because they changed his account in specific, and they could have just left it the way it is. But now let's move on to the next story, okay, which happens to be Tofu, guys. So if you guys don't know, Tofu has been gone from the internet again. Basically, Tofu left the internet like 1.5 years ago or something like that, in which he then started making like music and like talking about Bitcoin on Twitter a lot. Eventually, he came back to YouTube like a couple months ago, in which everybody watched his video and they were pretty hyped. You know, they were glad to see him back. But after one video of him coming back, he left again. I think he made a couple more songs, but the reason I'm talking about it right now, is because there's been a lot of different stuff that's been happening with Tofu that's a bit interesting, to say the least. So the first thing I talked about in one of my previous videos is that he actually deleted his hat, which, and by hat, I mean his rainbow shaggy. Now, I don't know if he deleted it, traded it, sold it, I don't know. But TLDR, he doesn't have that anymore. And basically, a lot of people were claiming that he like sold all his limiteds on a black market, but that's not proven. That's not true. He still has a bunch of limiteds on his account. He basically just sold his rainbow hair, which is like one of his most iconic items. And also, as of today or yesterday, he actually deleted his comeback video, because as you guys can see, he's missing his video where he said that he's back. I don't know what's going on with Tofu, but yeah, I wish him the best. Later.